Horses. This is everything we know so far about horses in Red Dead Redemption 2 and why they are important. I think horses might actually be one of the most important things in this game. So this information is coming from a post earlier today. Rockstar posted about wildlife in Red Dead 2 and from the articles that people put out when they had the hands-on look at the game last week. So horses. There are 19 breeds of horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, from Appaloosas to Arabians to Shires to Mustangs, each of which handles differently with its own defined characteristics. Horses can be captured and broken out in the wind, purchased from stables, or acquired by more underhanded means, of course. Your horse is your constant companion, and you will rely on them just as heavily as on any of your fellow gang members, so it is important to take good care of your animal. By keeping it groomed and well fed, you will start to see improvements in stamina, performance, and handling, and it will become less skittish as the bond grows between you. With 59 different styles of coat and a huge range of customable attack, including saddles, horns, stirrups, spurs, you can create a horse that is truly your own and develop a personal and unique relationship as you explore the world together. And taking a look at some of these new pictures, these are pretty cool. On the left here, we have the wild Hungarian half-breeds, which can be found in the Heartlands, among other habitats. Capturing and taming wild horses can be a free method to acquire new mounts. On the right, we also have Arthur leading a horse out of a stable, it looks like, and they say buy and sell and store horses from stables or purchase provisions to keep your horse fed, tonics that give your horse temporary health and stamina boosts, and equipment like stirrups and saddles which can improve your horse's performance, or simply add style to your horse's mane, tail, or otherwise. Your bond with your horse represents trust and understanding. As your bond with your horse grows over time and through activities like feeding and grooming, your horse's attributes like its health and speed will improve. You will also unlock bonding perks and rewards. And if we take a look at this picture, you can actually see Arthur, because we're in the swamps here, he has just skinned a gator because he's got some gator pelt on the horse. But this is going to be something, I'm sure if your horse is like a newer horse, it's not going to really want to go through the swamps because of all the animals. But if you bond with your horse and it becomes less skittish, you won't really have that much of a problem. And then one of my favorite screenshots from this post: store weapons, outfits, masks, and hats in your horse's saddle. You can also stow fresh kills, birds, and small game can be attached to the saddle, or you can store larger game across your horse's rear. And again, they like showing off the snow here, which does look deep, but he's got a fresh kill and he has to put that on the horse's back so he can carry it into the town and, sell it or get some meat from it. Now, that was the new information that we learned today. Now, some of the information from last week: horses are complex creatures, according to the people who played it. Your horse will have its own set of health and stamina, and you will need to feed it to keep that up. Also, you'll need to keep it cleaned and brushed, which does help with the bonding. You can pet your horse, which acts as a mechanism to calm it down after it has been spooked. And kind of like they just mentioned, bonding with your horse can unlock additional skills and improve responsiveness. And what's cool, you can bond with multiple horses and stable them in different locations around the world. A Clydesdale warhorse, for example, will be more suitable in battle than the Tennessee walking horse, which is more of an all-arounder. And going into the little details, when you are grooming or soothing your horse, Arthur's comments will actually change depending on the sex of the horse. As for riding the horse around, people stated that the horses do stick to the path better in this game versus, I guess, the previous game. While idle, horses will actually bite at flies, so they'll be interacting with the environment, and they will move their ears around if they hear stuff. So that might be a good indication. Like if you don't hear it, but your horse does, that would be pretty cool. You can also name your horse in the game. That'll be nice. And the most important thing, there's dynamic pooping in the game, and horses' testicles shrink and expand depending on the temperature in the game world. If that ain't next level, I don't know what is. Now, as for the horse's inventory, your horse's saddlebags hold everything. So they are going for a somewhat realistic approach to your character. To Arthur, he can only hold 3 guns max, but your horse can carry an unlimited amount. At least that's how it was when people played it last week. And if you're just in close proximity to your horse, it will give you access to the entire inventory. Now, you can actually move your horse without mounting it, which is cool, by just grabbing the reins and leading it on foot. And horses can actually be tied to a stake in the ground when you aren't near a stable so they don't run away. You can also rob other people's saddlebags, which is cool. Obviously, you have to make sure no one's watching or you'll get caught, but that'll be fun to see what you can steal from other people. And there are stables around the map that do sell supplies to help maintain your own roster of horses. People said that the cosmetics, like Rockstar mentioned, you get saddles, blankets, stirrups, a bunch of other stuff. And one cool thing, as far as the details go, dialogue on horseback was actually recorded twice for the characters, for the NPCs. So characters will speak normally when riding close, and they'll actually yell when further away. Speaking of riding, your horse will actually be slowed down if he falls in mud. You have to exit the mud, and then his speed will gradually return to normal as he shakes off the mud from his body. Now, unfortunately, death is a part of horses. You can't actually shoot it yourself, at least you couldn't in the demo, but if your horse gets fatally injured, you can revive it with some sort of special kit. However, if you don't have the special kit, then you're going to have to either trek into town and hope someone will help you before your horse bleeds out, and if not, then your horse is dead, and that's it. It is gone permanently. And as far as leaving your horse behind, if you do leave your horse behind, or far behind enough, he could get lost forever. So that's why the stake is important if you're going to go away from your horse. Your whistle does bring your horse back. However, it does only have a limited range. So it's not like you can be across the map and whistle and your horse will come to you. But you can improve this, obviously, by bonding with your horse. So that is pretty much everything we know about horses at the moment. And like I said, it does sound like horses are going to be one of the most important aspects of this game. I mean, the fact that they can actually hold everything, that's going to be huge for people who, like myself, like to hoard things in bulk. And it also sounds like there's going to be a lot of customizing your horse to make it unique among everyone else's horse. So that's another really cool thing. Let me know in the comment section, what are you most looking forward to when it comes to horses? But that is it with the video. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome Red Dead Redemption 2 video. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.